Welcome to Under the Cammie Netting, an AMST 110G podcast. And this podcast will be discussing the United States Marine Corps and its culture. For today's episode, we will be discussing Marine Corps history, and we will be drawing from Semper Fidelis, 250 Years of U.S. Marine Corps Honor, Courage, and Commitment, published by Marine Corps History Division in 2025. This book provides a comprehensive look at the evolution of the Corps from its founding to modern day. Let's start at the beginning. The Marine Corps was established on November 10, 1775, during the American Revolutionary War. The Continental Congress needed a force that could fight both at sea and on land, something flexible, fast, and aggressive. This became the Marines. To note, the exact location where the Continental Congress signed in the Marine Corps was a bar called Tun Tavern. This ties into current cultural norms of the Marine Corps, in which drinking and staying at bars is a very common occurrence within the Marine Corps. Early Marines served aboard naval vessels, acting as a security force, boarding parties, and sharpshooters. Their role was unique in that they weren't just soldiers and they weren't just sailors, they were both. This hybrid identity is something that still defines the Marine Corps today. After the Revolutionary War, the Marines were briefly disbanded, but they were reestablished in 1798. From that point forward, they became a permanent part of the U.S. military. Throughout the 19th century, Marines were often deployed in what were called small wars. These were conflicts in places like the Caribbean, Central America, and Asia. These missions helped shape the Marine Corps into a rapid response force, capable of operating in unpredictable environments. During this period, the Marines developed a reputation for discipline and toughness. They were often the first to arrive in a crisis and last to leave. World War I marked a turning point. Marines played a major role in battles such as Belleau Wood in France. This battle became legendary because of the Marines' ability to hold their ground under intense pressure and counterattack effectively. It was here that the Marine Corps began to solidify its identity as an elite fighting force. Their performance helped build a reputation that would follow them into future wars. I would like to note a large cultural turning point in Belleau Wood because of the Marines' aggressiveness and violence during the Battle of Belleau Wood. German soldiers ended up calling them Teufelhunden, which translated to English means devil dog. That nickname is something that Marines keep calling themselves even today. Moving to World War II. World War II is where the Marine Corps truly defined its modern role. The Pacific Theater required a unique type of warfare: amphibious assaults on heavily defended islands. Battles like Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa demonstrated the Marines' ability to conduct complex operations, combining naval and ground forces. The iconic image of the flag raising on Iwo Jima became a symbol not just of victory, but of sacrifice and resilience. During this time, the Marine Corps refined the doctrine of amphibious warfare, which remains a core capability today. After World War II, the Marines continued to adapt. In Korea, they demonstrated their effectiveness in harsh conditions, particularly during the Battle of the Chosin Reservoir. In Vietnam, the nature of warfare changed yet again. Marines operated in counter-insurgency environments, dealing with guerrilla tactics and unclear front lines. This required flexibility, cultural awareness, and decentralized decision-making. These conflicts reinforced the ideas that Marines must be prepared for any type of warfare, not just conventional battles. Another side note regarding Vietnam: the Battle of Hue City, 1968, was one of the first urban conflicts that the Marines found themselves in. This conflict was the root of current modern urban tactics we see today. Moving past the Cold War, in the late 20th and early 21st century, the Marine Corps became known as America's force in readiness. This means they often were the first military unit deployed in a crisis. From the Gulf War to Iraq and Afghanistan, Marines have been involved in both large-scale combat operations and smaller specialized missions. Today, the Marine Corps is also evolving to meet new challenges, including cyber warfare, advanced technology, and shifting global threats. However, its core principles of honor, courage, and commitment remains unchanged. What truly set the Marine Corps apart was not simply its history, it was its culture. Marines are trained to see themselves as part of something larger than the individual. The emphasis on discipline, loyalty, and unit cohesion is intense. The phrase Semper Fidelis isn't a motto, it represents a commitment to fellow Marines and to the mission and to their country. This strong identity is why the Marine Corps has maintained such a distinct reputation compared to other branches of the military. So why does this matter? Why did we talk about, 10 minutes of history? Well, understanding the history of the Marine Corps helps us understand how the Marine Corps projects power and responds to global events. It tells us what factors played a role in current United States Marine Corps culture. The Marines have consistently been at the forefront of conflict, innovation, and military strategy. Their ability to adapt, whether in the jungles of Vietnam or the islands of the Pacific, or current modern urban warfare, has made them a critical component of national defense. From its founding in 1775 to its role today, the Marine Corps has evolved while staying true to its core values. It remains a force defined by adaptability, discipline, and a strong sense of identity. It's highlighted in Semper Fidelis, 250 years of U.S. Marine Corps honor, courage, and commitment. The Marine Corps' legacy is not just about battles fought, but about the enduring principles that guide those who serve. Thank you for listening.